Well, we're here to discuss the Lazarus Effect. If you've seen our review, you can go check that out. This is our spoiler version, so if you haven't seen the movie yet and you want to, stop watching. Just fair warning, we're going to talk about spoilers. Like we said in the review, it's a well-acted movie. It has some things going for it. It's not found footage. There's not an abundance of jump scares. But the story falls flat. The dialogue is not very good. The actual storyline of the movie is it's like pseudo-religious in that she started a fire when she was a kid and she feels terrible about it and she thought she was doing the right thing, and she becomes this sort of hell beast because they bring her back from the dead and they try to make her do the right thing in her head or whatever that is taking place, and it doesn't work. She survives and ends up bringing Mark Duplass's character back to life. And the ending didn't bother me so much. Like, oh, they went with that ending, that's fine. Like, they left it kind of open-ended. Now they've got two of them to worry about, you know. Like, if this was a huge hit, there'd be a sequel and you'd be dealing with two of them, or
an army. Yeah,
the two of them and the dog, and they'd all be crazy and it'd have much more of a budget. But honestly, like, none of the story was spooky. It all just felt like, because it all took place in the lab and they all are speaking in this sort of pseudoscience jargon, it just feels like antiseptic. Like, they really don't pull the spirituality side of it in. The whole afterlife idea, the theme that they kind of pulled in the movie doesn't work because they don't make enough of a fuss about it.
None of it really makes any sense because they start off, it's the serum that's making them different. And then all of a sudden, she becomes some kind of hell beast, and it's almost like possession.
Right.
And then it's like, well, did they bring her back, or did they bring something else back for her? It was a storyline from Event Horizon, is what it was.
And it was also the story from Lucy.
Yeah.
But made into a horror movie instead of made into, superhero movie.
It was really weak, and they introduced some subplots to it that made no sense. Donald Glover's character pining for the doctor,
who they killed in the freaking trailer, which is so lame.
They literally kill him in the trailer. Like, you see exactly how he dies in the trailer, and guess what?
That's how he dies.
That's how he dies in the movie. It was so weak.
They just wait half an hour for it to happen.
Yeah, like...
And he's the first human to die.
It's so it's so stereotypical, you know he was the first to go, but they couldn't even wait till the movie. They killed him in the trailer. Yeah, it was bad. The dialogue was weak, and the actors, bless their heart, they managed to pull some of it off. But it was so bad. And
it was Donald Glover's audition scene, was they just locked him in a cabinet. It's like, can you die in a cabinet? Yes. Okay, you're hired.
And probably had Chevy Chase yell at him. But, did the dog serve any point other than proof of concept? I mean, like...
Yeah, the dog was all just, like, to be a precursor to everything that was about to happen, and like prove that it was a terrible idea to...
They kill the dog off screen. Like, she kills the dog with her mind.
Yeah.
And then, which, by the way, I don't understand. Did you figure they would be on the same wavelength?
Well, maybe
they're not.
Maybe the dog didn't kill anybody during its life. Maybe it never set anybody on fire.
Yeah. Oh, and why? Why bring that storyline into it? That's straight out of Flatliners. This horrible backstory that
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like...
Well, she was like part Carrie and part...
They give her absolution at the end in her dream, but it just frees the hell beast. I don't understand what they were hoping to accomplish with anything.
It's like they made two endings for the movie, honestly. There's the absolution ending where the redhead camera documentary girl dies, or survives, and then there's the other version where the firefighter turns, which is the ending of the movie, where the firefighter turns into Olivia Wilde and she just snaps the girl's neck, which... I felt like if she's going to be snapping necks, why didn't she just snap Mark Duplass's neck? Because the effect that they used to kill him was so stupid.
Well, she kind of did, because she's like squeezing his head and then all of a sudden you hear...
Well, that's how you like know that it's at least over, but the rest of it was like the death things were like eating into the side of his head, like she was trying to channel her power into him, which is what she ends up doing at the end of the movie.
Here's another thing that blows my mind, and they do this a lot. She can move things with her mind. They establish this before any other power she may or may not have.
Right.
She never uses it.
Oh, yes, she does. One time.
Well, she makes some furniture float.
She floats some furniture for a second to freak them all out.
Oh, and she kills Donald Glover.
Yes.
From that point on, it's all physicality. She just like... she's snapping people's neck like Seagal.
Well, she can just teleport and show up wherever she wants to.
She screams at people, goes emo. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole bunch of ideas from a bunch of different movies that they just kind of mashed it together and put a great cast together.
I needed the security guard to be played by Hugh Laurie.
That would have been amazing.
That would have helped me a lot.
That would have been... But then you need Cutthroat Bitch and everybody else.
It's true. You would need everybody else. Anyway.
This felt like an episode of House. Almost as bad to watch.
Actually, yeah. It was... Like, the science side of it was like an episode of House.
Almost as bad to watch.
Like, if they had an episode of House where he just, like, took a dead person and brought them back to life. If he brought Cutthroat Bitch back to life... Which actually he does. Like, he kind of does that in that episode, right? Like, they bring her back for, like, 30 seconds to say goodbye to Wilson.
No, they have her on a bypass machine.
But she has, like, 30 minutes to live.
Well, she's going to live until he flips a switch on that machine, and then she's going to die.
Okay. But they bring her out of the coma long enough to, like, say goodbye to Wilson.
Oh, it's all weak sauce.
The Lazarus effect.
An episode of House.
The lost episode of House.
That's right.
Well, that is our discussion of the Lazarus effect. If you like the way we do these videos, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews over at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.